Time, I'll recognize Mr. Mullin for 3 minutes.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Well, yes, I'll recognize the
I will
gentleman
listen.
from Texas.
Thank you, Leader, for being here. But before Mr. Mullin testifies, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to thank him for his work. Literally, when the water was going down in Houston, you called me and said, I have some churches in Tulsa who want to partner with your churches. So we did that. And instead of having 1 week's work of your folks from your Cherokee Nation, I think they stayed a month helping my seniors and disabled clean out their 3 or 4 foot of water in their house, and I didn't realize they had that drywall skills. So thank you.
Mm-hmm. As one with a daughter in Houston and grandchildren, I thank you as well, Matt Mullin.
Thank you. Mr. Green, thank you. It was, Cherokee Nation called us right off the bat and said, how can we help? And we had churches reach out to us, and we've been very fortunate to work together on multiple issues here in Congress, and it's been a friendship that carried past that, and it was an honor to be able to help your constituents. Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Mr. Green, for allowing us to talk about such an important epidemic that is going across our nation. We talk often about the opioid epidemic, but what are we talking about as far as how did we get here and then how do we go back? We never want to talk about taking medicine backwards. But I sit in front of you from a gentleman who's had surgery since I was a little boy. I was born with my hips out and my feet in the club feet position. And I started having surgeries very young. I also built up a very large pain tolerance. And I've never been one to use pain medicine. Now, my wife says that I'm different than most. I think most people in this room would probably agree with that. But I do understand pain, and I understand the need for medicine. But in '96, when pain became a sense, and in my opinion, we let the genie out of the bottle, we started treating it like it was something that can be treated like a cold or the flu. And all we do is mask it. And we've seen stronger and stronger drugs coming out. We've seen them become controlled substance narcotics that we send home simply in a bottle with a prescription and say that's controlled. Now we've seen an epidemic spread from the middle class to the low class to the wealthy and to our mothers and our fathers, to our brothers and our sisters and our coworkers. When do we put the genie back in the bottle? How do we continue to allow drugs, addictive drugs, continue to be sent home with our loved ones? The highest percentage of death, of accidental opioid deaths, are our mothers, middle-aged women. Most of them got addicted to them after birth or an elective surgery. How is that possible? How do we let it continue to move down that path and not say that we have to do something bold about this? When it's controlled substance, why do we allow it to go home? Wouldn't that be better treated in the hospital? We talk about a lot of remedies, but we've got to go back to where it started. And it started when we started treating it like a sense. I'm very proud to be on this subcommittee. I'm very, very proud that Chairman Burgess, you're taking a very heavy interest in this. And I'm proud that Chairman Murphy had took an interest in this too. And that's why we're proud to be able to pick up one of his bills. It's H.R. 3545 that will at least allow doctors after surgery to be able to access records to know if that person has an addictive behavior, so we're not sending those type of drugs home with them. I look forward to continue to work with the committee. I look forward to finally being able to put some type of remedy in bringing this to a closure and quit hurting our families back home. And I hope that we can approach this in a bipartisan approach, put politics aside and put families first. Thank you. I look forward to working with you. I yield back.
Chair thanks the gentleman. Gentleman yields back. Chair.